See, things have come to head, time out for scare you, scary route today. And follow us down Courage Lane, they cages in, break down the gates. We want all the smoke, like we chiefin' on a pound a day, but not talking intoxicating rage, not this intoxicating. This is far more tragic than what's comprehended. This has got to stop. I don't understand everything as a man. I'm authorized by God to make this petition. Believe it, especially when you hate and aim to kill a man.
Don't call it a comeback. We've been here for years. Welcome back to the dopest podcast out there in the streets. TOTB is back.
Yes, indeed.
In the building, man, for season 4. I know y'all missed us. We missed y'all too, man. Thank you guys for tuning in back to the hottest podcast out here in the streets, man. We have so much to talk about. But before we do that, be sure you go follow us. YouTube, TOTB_show, IG, Thinking Outside the Box, Facebook, Thinking Outside the Box, and of course, you can find us at our individual platforms, man. Once again, we so glad y'all back with us, man. You can't get rid of us that easy, man. Y'all should know better than that. We back in the building, man. Before we get to our guest, we're going to go over here to the man who needs no introduction himself. Holy Grind, say what's up. Where can they find you at?
Man, bless the great people. You can find me at Holy Grind on Instagram, Facebook, whatever, man. Bless you.
There it is. And right next to him, the philosopher, B Scholar. What's up? Where they find you at,
You
man?
can find me at black_IG. And like the man said, subscribe.
Definitely subscribe. Next to him, man, the guy that makes me look like an angel, Moolah Monster, man. What's up? Where can they find you, bro?
What's up, people? What's up? Find me at Moolah Monster Collections on Instagram. Check me out.
And of course, I'm Reggie moving forward. You can find me at the NASSOCIETY or simply Reggie moving forward on Facebook. And we are
Thinking Outside the Box.
So, everybody out there, wherever you listening to, man, we want to thank you again for tuning back in with us with season 4. Right next to me, man, we have the pleasure of having my co-host on WTOF 102.9, man. Also, she has a great podcast called Deep in the Forest. The very talented, the very lovely Foxii Baby Doll, man. Welcome to the show.
Thank you so much for having me.
So tell the people a little bit about yourself and where can they find you at?
Well, I'm Foxii Baby Doll, and I am an entrepreneur. I also do security. I bartend. Right. I'm a jack of all trades. I'm not afraid of work. And you can find me on Instagram at Foxii Baby Doll, and you can also find me on Facebook at DA Foxii Baby Doll, and that's with 2 I's, not a Y. Get it right.
All right. Okay. All right. Get it right. I don't want no problem out of her, man.
You gotta know how to spell it.
All right. All right. So, once again, we want to thank you guys for tuning in to season 4. We have so much to talk about, man. If you follow the show faithfully, we are in season 4, but we have so much to catch up on, right? Yeah. Last episode was super dope. So we want to shout out to all the guests we had on the show, man. Everybody, you know, we got a special guest coming on next show as well and the upcoming shows as well. But because there's so much we got to catch up on, y'all know Grind always tell us the topic and how we're going to break it down. So Grind, if people want to know, man, what do we have to talk about today?
Let's get to it. Without further ado, listen, man. Again, y'all subscribe. Make sure y'all subscribe. Subscribe to the hottest podcast in the land. It is what it is. Today's topic is the plight of a soft society. The plight of a soft society. Basically, what it is, we want to address, this what's going on in society, and we want to talk about how, political wise as well as social wise, how we have diverse to being such a soft society. You think about politically, how they economically as well as mentally have plagued us to diverse into the people that we become, and the role that politics play in it, as well as the role that we play in it socially. We want to address it from every angle. Whether we talking about from whether we addressing the new Safety Act that's going forth with the new laws that's finna change here in Illinois, January 1st. Where they abolishing cash bond, even to the point of how we as a people have diverted from the things that we should be strong about, you know, as such as, you know, fighting for our families and things
Right.
like that. So we gonna address it from a lot of angles, because there's a lot of things that's going on that we need to talk about.
So, once again, thank you guys for tuning in to the dopest podcast in the streets, TOTB. We are talking about the plight of a soft society, right? And I'm so glad we got Foxii Baby Doll. We got a great panel here to talk about certain things, because over the last, month or so, there's been a lot that's happening, right?
Right.
You got stuff where, you know, well, let's just stay recent, you know.
Right.
The most recent thing that's been trending now is two things. Is the Draymond Green thing,
Oh, yeah.
right?
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
But the thing I want us to start off with is Kanye West is back in the news.
Drum
What
roll.
else is different, right?
Knew that
Kanye
was
West.
Gemini.
I'm like, wait, hold on.
Yeah.
Hold on. What do you do now?
Gemini, yeah.
Let's hear this. Might be a
Kanye
reason.
West is known for controversy, right?
Okay.
You know, I would say controversy is an understatement. But he came out with a shirt that said "White Lives Matter," right?
All right.
And of course, it trended fast, you know, because us as a society, I'm talking about African Americans, we took offense to that, you know. But Kanye had his own reasons. So I definitely have an opinion on that. We're talking about the plight of a soft society.
Right.
I want to go, instead of going with the guest first, because I'm so eager to hear what Grind has to say about this.
Right.
Grind, what do you think about what Kanye did, and do you think that he actually has legs to stand on with this?
Well, first I got a question. Who was that with him? Was that his new girlfriend?
Candace,
or
that was Candace
No,
Owens.
it's Candace
She
Owens.
another
Oh, okay.
political.
Okay, yeah, I didn't
Yeah.
even know that was her.
Yep.
My
Yep.
girl.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna knock you for that.
We ain't gonna touch that.
I ain't gonna right, not today.
Right.
Well, how do I feel about it? Well,
Yeah.
you know, I think we responded very soft and childish as far as the people, because, you know, looking at it from his standpoint, you know, he got children this mixed, you know, and like you said, you know, if they ask, you know, they see Black Lives Matter, they wonder. Now keep follow me, and let me get through with it.
Go ahead.
He's saying, like, you know, well, you know, if they ask me, well, does Black Lives Matter, or what about white lives? Because my mom white. You know what I mean? So I can understand what he's saying with that, but as far as getting a shirt to actually say it, well, we have never questioned if white lives matter, because the society has always shown that white lives matter. You know, how we see that it's a double standard for us, even though we are a chosen people, God's people, and because we are in covenant with him and we choose to participate in some of the same wicked things they do, we always going to be held more accountable for the things that we do. Now understanding that because of the covenant that we in with God, the punishment going to be worse. Now, I don't think he should have wore I don't think he should have even got the shirt made, because you know what I mean. I that's my opinion. I don't think he should have got the shirt made. However, why is we so, you know, adamant about jumping down his throat and trying to get at him when but yet you support all these rappers that talk about killing your people? You know what I mean? It's like we become so soft that we'll speak up against that, but you won't. Like I can't help but to think about now I guess him and Puffy had words with him. Yeah, you know, Puffy had words with him about it or whatever. But dude, you made a fortune off of enslaving people. You know, our people. You made a fortune off of, you know, promoting music that talk about, you know, kidnapping your kids and hitting them in the, you know what I'm saying? Like, you made a fortune off of this. So how could you be so, you know, hard up on him for wearing a White Lives Matter shirt where you have done nothing but exploit our people through violence, drugs? You know what I mean? That's just why I see the double standard as us as a people. You know, yeah, I don't have to agree with the shirt, but y'all more mad about that than you mad, but you'll support somebody that's literally talking about killing your people.
So I'll piggyback on what you had said, Grant. I think when Kanye and Candace Owens was wearing this shirt, it was to create this conversation, right? It wasn't so much like most black people was looking at it. It was to create a conversation about white lives do matter, because look how we treat black lives. You know what I'm saying? So white lives do matter because look how we treat each other. We practically eat our own people.
So you saying like that we act like ours don't matter?
Yeah, I mean, so I think he was trying to bring attention to that, and I think in a sense it was kind of genius in a sense, because look at the reaction, right? Yeah. You know, we're more not us in general. we're more upset about white lives than dealing with the deeper conversation. Why don't our lives matter?
Okay.
You know, so
I
I
like
mean,
that. I like
I didn't take any offense to it. You know,
Yeah.
Come on, Mula, what you got?
You know, I've been defending Kanye for a long time.
I know.
You know what I'm saying? It's hard. Like, this man, like, he put me through some wires, man. But, like, I think what he do is, Geminis, you know, us, we like attention a little bit.
just to tell you,
We like attention.
Just a little bit?
When we
Okay.
not talked about, you know what I'm saying? We not, you know, being mentioned. We spark shit up.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So I think that's what he do a lot, you know. And he rich. He could do a lot of shit he want to do. You know what I'm saying? But he willing to, you know, do this fashion. I love his fashion. You know,
You do?
you love that White Lives Matter shirt.
I love that shirt too. You know what I'm saying? I'm not
Okay.
gonna
Okay.
run behind it.
Right.
That shirt got people talking, right? It's sold out.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? Like,
Right.
it's sold out. That he went viral.
Right.
And that was number of a few words on the shirt. Wasn't too much, you know what I'm saying, to do with. Man, hey, I think he all right, man. He'll be okay. But he just needs to calm down some of the text when he go on the internet. Like, that's the part I don't like.
When you get
know
on
what I'm
them
saying?
tangents.
Yeah, when he get on the little tantrums and he get the text and show him other, you know, people texts and stuff, like, he got to calm that down. Like, but you know what, though? That's what I look at. I look at rich people. I'm like, they need to have these problems.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Make them feel human. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Right.
They need to have these problems. So, you know.
Well, I think it allow us to see that they just human instead of looking
Yeah,
at them like
yeah.
they ain't human.
That's fair.
Foxy, please give us your
From a
take
Gemini
on
perspective.
this from your
Gemini's
from your
perspective,
boy.
I don't know. Okay, so my man do be wilding out, but I will say that from what I took from this whole like White Lives Matter thing was, well, he looked at it like, look, white people profit off everything. Like, when the person came up with Black Lives Matter, we don't even know if a black person originated it or if it was something that the white man created to make us feel good, because we were going through a lot of bad stuff when this Black Lives Matter thing dropped. We've always been going through stuff. So why wasn't this a thing a long time ago? Why wasn't Black Lives Matter open in the 80s? Why wasn't there, you know what I mean?
Right.
So, and I don't know what his perspective is, but if he was doing it out of a profit, like, we finna profit off these White Lives Matter shirts.
Yeah.
He did. He went viral,
That's a
sold
good
them
point.
out. You made all of this money the same way that they made the money off of us. So that's just my perspective.
Wow.
That's deep. I like
That's
that.
deep
That's
right
thinking
there.
outside the
that.
box.
Shout out,
Thinking
shout out
outside
to
the
Foxy. Big
box.
shout out
Right.
to
Thinking
Subscribe.
outside the box,
Foxy.
though.
Yeah, yeah.
That's what this show is about.
Yeah. I think that, and once again, thank you guys for tuning in to the dopest podcast. Like, we back, man. Y'all know y'all gonna get rid of us like that. We talking about the plight of a soft society, man. And I'm gonna tell you my initial reaction to it. Of course, I felt the way because I know that, you know, y'all know me. I'm so pro, like, you know, I'm sick of them killing us. I'm sick of this. You know, I want some justice for black people. I want, you know, and I feel like, you know, Kanye, lyrically, rap wise, I feel like Kanye could go as top 10. You know, is that debatable? Is Kanye a top 10 rapper of all time?
That's about right.
Well,
Tough
I
you know,
to say.
I
He
won't
just
even-
get a bad rap.
You know,
but I won't even just say rapper, just artist. You know what I'm
yeah, you know,
saying?
in
Let's
general,
do artists.
you know,
Let's do
yeah.
artists. Yeah.
He's very talented,
Right.
you know. But the stuff with Trump, the stuff, you know, he do a lot that make you be like, okay, bro, look, man, for real. And I know y'all say it's Gemini. I'm not a Gemini. I don't know nothing about Gemini. I know y'all
That makes
like
two of us.
attention.
I don't know nothing
I
about
know
it.
y'all like attention. And
But
that's cool.
it's more timing too. Like, right now, you don't get it. See, Kanye about, like, you'll get it sooner or later, but you might don't get it now. So he was doing the Trump. A lot of people going back on they vote like, I should have voted for Trump.
That's
Oh, there
true.
is?
You know what I'm
That's
saying?
true. Yeah, a lot of
That's
people.
why we've been
You know,
talking
we've
about
We've been
that.
said that
We've
about
been saying
we
that.
you know besides the hocus pocus, we really wasn't all that upset with him, you know.
The Democrats been pulling that, you know.
So, but let's answer this question. So, George, man, bless you, man. Appreciate you
Thanks for
checking us
tuning
out,
in.
sir. You know, he say, do we think Kanye have mental issues?
I think I don't know. I don't know, because I don't know what that man went through, but I think any man that ends up living with the Kardashians is not going to be
I agree
Hey,
100%.
we don't even need to follow that no more. Yeah.
You don't know what they put in his man water, what they might
Right.
have had the chefs feed him. But I don't think a lot of that stuff, I think he be having real monumental stuff to say, and it just gets looked at, you know what I mean? Like, you know what the media
I think Kanye is so passionate that it comes off strange.
Yeah.
I like that. Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because he obviously he ain't that much of a fool to become a billionaire.
Exactly.
He can't do both of them at the same time.
But they said most geniuses are crazy.
How crazy. That's what they say.
Well, yeah, but we talking about well.
I say this. A lot of people got mental issues, but I don't think his mental issues are projected through his genius. What we see as genius.
Yeah.
I think it's more projected through the outbursts, like when he's dealing with his personal life. That's where you see his mental issues come in.
But here the thing is,
we
we ain't seen too many other people talk as passionately as he is to evaluate. Do they look crazy?
No, I understand that.
You
Yeah,
know what I mean?
but I'm talking about though is like far as like they debating like, well, does he have mental issues because he do something like get a White Lives Matter shirt? Like, no, I don't think that have nothing to do with it.
No.
That's strategically planned. You know what I'm saying? One way or the other for whatever use he trying to use it for. That's strategy. But I think his mental issues, you see him.
When he was talking about when he ran for president, he was talking about slavery. And when he was crying up there with talking about the abortion, you know, I think that was like tapping in a little mentally disturbed a little bit. You know what I'm saying?
But there's a lot of truth in what
It
he
is,
said.
but see, I think it's a
But
matter of
it wasn't
perception,
the right platform to probably do that.
But who are we to say that you know that's
agree.
not the right
I mean, I
platform?
always said that.
Platform.
But because they say it, because they say that's the wrong
That's what I'm
platform.
saying. What would have been a better platform?
Exactly.
I'm saying when you're running for something like that, to be as emotionally attached to something publicly,
you shouldn't even talk about that really. Like somebody should tell you like you shouldn't divide your vote like that. You know what I'm saying?
Hold on, but okay.
I feel you there.
I hear what you're saying, but I got to go back to Reds because I still want to ask you this question, right, bro? They write the rules on who we supposed to be when we're running to lead a country. Like, no, don't you want somebody that's open? You want somebody that's gonna tell you how they feel. We've been so used to being lied to, and that's what I'm saying. They have fed us and made us into this soft society to whereas we listen to whatever they say, and when they say this is how it's supposed to go, yes, that's how it's. No,
you know, Kanye is passionate, and we always want to equate him with mental illness, right? But what is Trump?
Man,
Trump did all type of hocus pocus, and ain't
say
nobody
he was
ever
mentally-
associated this man with, Trump ain't with him.
He got the mental issues.
I mean, the man has said some outlandish things, and we ain't never associated him.
That's told the
with
truth.
Okay.
But the truth to some might seem like you mentally disturbed.
Right.
yeah.
Think about it. You know what I'm saying?
Now Siobhan say he was diagnosed with. Thank you, Siobhan, for checking us out. Siobhan say he was diagnosed with bipolar disorder. Well, they always want to say we crazy. Anytime you go,
I was going to say that whenever you're
Go
very
against the
strongly
agenda.
opinionated about something and you have the platform to speak and hear what people need to, say what people need to hear, then they try to play the
Yeah,
you
they
crazy.
just diagnosed me with bipolar. Yeah.
See?
And we know you've been crazy
Just
for a
right
long
now?
time.
Yeah, just right now.
Okay.
We are talking about the plight of a soft society here in the MDTV Network studios, man. TOTB is back in the building. I think that's a good way to start off the range of a soft society, right? Let's switch it to another gear because we were just talking about before we went on air, right? And I know that we talk about a lot on this show, but I would be remiss if I, especially as a sports head, to not talk about this Draymond Green incident.
Let's get it.
With him and Jordan Poole. And, he came publicly on a podium and said, he was dealing with something. He said, hurt people. He took it out, on his teammate and he apologized, to his family and things like that. I don't know if he initially apologized to Jordan Poole, but he did finally come out and speak about it. So I got to know y'all opinions on this, man.
Hey, don't apology sucks. like when you do stuff, like if you wasn't Draymond Green,
Yeah.
The basketball player, you wouldn't have to apologize.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
But if he wasn't Draymond Green, he would be getting whooped right then and there.
maybe,
Then
or
Trey-
maybe
I mean, they
the
would've
dude
had a
would have got
fight.
even
Yeah.
worse. But like, yo, I just hate when people apologize. But I know they work for a bigger company. You know what I'm saying, and whatever, right? But I look at it as like Draymond and Ward is welcome.
Okay.
He out of there, bro.
He over with. It's
Saying over the
This
years.
is business.
right.
Okay.
It don't matter. You got rings. Like it
Yeah,
came both ways.
So I don't
We
care.
took care of you, and you took care of
Okay.
us.
Right.
Like this dance don't go on.
Yeah.
You know, eventually got to go out. So it's they got a lot of young people on their team. So I look at it like, you know, this is last dance.
He get replaced.
This is last
He
dance.
can
Wow.
smack as many
So he
people as
just
he
got loose
wants,
with it.
right?
Oh yeah, so this is the first episode. This is preseason.
Yeah.
Right.
So they got a long season. Let's think about it. How
Next week.
that man gonna pass Draymond the ball? Like how he
I
gonna set
was
a
just
pick for
saying
him?
that.
You know what I'm saying? How I'm gonna give him high five after he just dunked?
Right.
He gonna pass it to real hard with one
Listen,
hand when
my
he not
son-
looking. When he not
Listen,
looking, I'm just
remember
telling
just
you.
like Will Smith shit. My son got to see this for the rest of his life.
Yeah.
Yep.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like this is on camera. This is, you know, so.
So what should he do? I mean, what should
No, it ain't about what should he do. This is how you feel about it. I feel like, you know,
Why we can't go back to the basketball days? I used to love watching the playbacks when you saw the whole team just get on, everybody just jumping on each other. Like
Right,
I don't
right.
know, that was real basketball.
Back in the
to me.
80s,
'Cause
yeah.
you
Right.
got to see emotion in the midst of them actually playing. Now, I don't know what happened because it's the preseason.
well, they try to show more skill than emotions. Like, you know what I'm saying? They'd rather show more people with agilities and these God-gift talents than
Okay.
people just, you know what I'm saying, bully balling.
But I do understand. I do understand what she's saying about that though, because even then, like you rather see it on the court with the opposite team rather than see it in practice.
Yeah, that's
Right, right.
Like why do it? That's why, and that's when we talk about the plight of a soft society, we in a dangerous state, man, to where we can't even take words.
Right.
Like you know what I'm saying? You got some crazy trash talkers in the
Well,
league.
Jordan has Steve Kerr, so Steve Kerr's seen this before.
But we ain't just talking about Jordan though. We Jordan. We talking about Draymond Green.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
Right.
and he say stuff like it ain't about the money and who gonna get the max contract and things like that. But you let this man, y'all talking from a distance, and you take it to the point of where you hit him like that in practice. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, why we
Well, I
you
heard
too soft to
Jordan
control
Poole
your
call him.
emotions?
I was gonna
I
say,
heard
don't
Jordan
notice
Poole
it.
call him a B. You
Okay.
know what I'm saying?
That was it?
So,
Kevin Durant called him one
I mean,
too.
yeah, that was just still just like word. I mean,
KD called him one.
man, look.
I'm pretty sure somebody else in the league didn't get at him too.
Are you defending him because he was light skinned?
I think it's
There
we go.
Go ahead.
No, what I'm saying is though, it's some other people that he didn't get into some altercations.
he coulda
with.
swung
There
it,
was,
yeah.
there
Was they
was a lot
dark-skinned?
bigger.
Okay.
Yeah, they was.
There was a lot
So
bigger,
you saying
light
he know
skin
who
and
to
dark
pull it with.
skin.
Yeah.
And but you put it on him in practice.
Yeah.
Like what gives you that right, man?
That's why I say this is last dance.
I feel
Like
you on that.
emotions and built over. You know what I'm saying?
But we done
it's
got too
done.
soft. It's a lot. That's what's wrong with half the people. In our community, that type of word, you end up getting shot.
Yes.
We done come so soft we can't even take words no more.
And you can't apologize to him. Like who do you apologize to?
No.
His family.
That's
his
all I heard him
publicist, his
apologize to.
agent.
Right.
Like all this, like it's downhill, and then he got to
You
just
just on
eat
an
it.
apology tour at this
He
point.
got to eat it.
Yeah.
So Braille Marshall, and bless you, man, for checking in with us. He said let's talk about the organization leaking their business so loosely. I agree with that though. I do agree with that. It shouldn't, whoever recorded that, like,
Yeah.
like they was on point with that. Like, it make me think that Draymond
Like, hey, man,
tell him, like,
I'm
hey, I'm
finna go hit this mark, yeah.
on this mark.
But see, with that comes, anytime there's some type of story out there, TMZ, they own it. TMZ, they gonna go to, look, I'm
Yeah.
gonna give you this for that. They trying to find exactly who got the tape, and they gonna pay for that tape. Now, I don't know who leaked it, but I guarantee whoever leaked
Somebody
it,
worked there.
they was like, okay, I can't turn down this money here.
I was
Here you
gonna
go.
say somebody saw them
Somebody-
arguing and escalating, and they knew to take their phone out
Yeah,
at that
Yeah.
moment.
yeah. So
That's
It wasn't
similar to that coach
it wasn't
situation,
no
right?
play. It got to be some type of
Yeah.
like the
no, it wasn't.
No, it wasn't a player, but
I doubt it was a team.
Yeah, but
Right,
they
it had to
should.
be
They could have
something.
locked them down. Like, hold on, man. Nobody
nobody getting
leaving.
out.
Give me
Yeah.
all your phones. You know, like I do think they should have kept it in house though, and dealt with it accordingly. Because now we on another team. We finna play today.
Yeah.
You know, we finna be talking about. You better shut up before I hit you like Draymond.
Yeah, that's true. With the
Because Shorty do run his mouth a little bit.
Yeah.
Shorty do run his mouth a little bit too. So like
I mean, that happens in basketball, man. I've been hooping for 20-something years.
And that's probably been the first
time
time he got stole on.
Oh,
How
it
many
ain't.
times you got bowled though?
I got bowled a bunch of times.
Got bowled a lot of times.
But ain't nobody I was just hauled off. I got to see you, Joe. We can't, you know what I'm saying? We got to talk about this.
Me and Grant almost had to we was balling for a minute, right?
Yeah.
And, and this boy tried to bully ball like, no, you ain't finna be doing that.
Oh, he tried to bully ball you?
Oh, man.
He looked like he a bully ball.
You ain't
Stop
finna
it,
be doing this, man. You know, but man.
I think that it's just, when we talking about the soft society, like, look, stuff like this, if we being real, stuff like this happens all the time in practice. You know, it's maybe not to this extent,
Right.
but this stuff happens all the time. The biggest feature is it was recorded and it was put out.
Yeah.
Anytime something is visual, people flock to it immediately.
Right.
Their heart becomes sensitive to it. Their emotions, now it becomes bigger than, okay, we just did this practice. Now people gonna see this for the rest of their life. So now that's how you train. I feel like that Draymond has always been a spark, man.
Right,
Like he
right.
always into something, on court or off the court. I think it's time the league should send a message like, look, Joe, I'm not saying kick him out the league and nothing like that, but we got to teach you a lesson, man.
Yeah.
You got to be away from the team for a while.
Let me tell you something.
That's money you hit.
Let me tell you something though. I heard him say this, right? He said that he knew that his talent wasn't gonna get him playing. It'll get him to the NBA, but it wasn't gonna get him playing. He said, but once he got on the team and he found out what the team didn't have, and that was an aggressor, he played that role because that's how he's gonna be, and that's how he gonna remain to be, because that's what made them championships. That's what take them over the edge. You know what I'm saying? So when he might don't know how to channel it, you know what I'm saying? I give him, that may be a problem, but I feel like he need that. I think they paid him well for that, because he don't average 20 points a game. He don't average
do all
20
the dirty
rebounds a game. He really the man who's going to be the aggressor.
But he make an impact.
He gonna play the top player on the offensive team. You know what I'm saying? He gonna do all that. So be careful what you ask for, right?
Yeah.
They got what they wanted, and I just think that we just need to pay close attention to, especially that with this soft era, which brings me to my last topic in this soft era, and we're gonna stick in the NBA because this one meant a lot to me.
Talking about there alone.
Talking about the coach. I knew you.
The Boston Celtics coach,
Yeah.
Ime Udoka, right?
Yeah.
He was a rookie head coach last year. Was a big-time leader in that locker room. The team gravitated to him and his leadership and his defense, right? Made it all the way to the NBA Finals, and they lost. But
First rookie coach to make it.
he did a great job with that team.
That he did.
Now, over the summer, it's the off season. I don't know who leaked it, who told it, but there was a relationship with him and a female staff member, consensual, News broke out. Who knows how it got out, But now, he broke the rules, and he was suspended for a whole year.
Without pay.
Without pay. He's married to Nia Long, and there's a lot of memes.
He's not married to Nia Long. He's not married.
They're together.
They're in a relationship.
They're in a relationship.
Yeah,
He's in a relationship with Nia Long, right?
Get out of here.
And it was an embarrassing thing because Facebook, Instagram, they don't care. They're coming out with memes and all that right away. So he was suspended for a year. I definitely have an opinion on this, but let's ask the lady first. Do you feel like?
I didn't even know about this story.
Hold on, before you said that, they said she was a staff member. I heard she was a little bit.
She was a
more
little
than
bit more
that.
than
More.
seven.
No, she had some pull. She wasn't just
I
like
heard
a.
she's somebody's
The
wife.
owner, they
owner's-
saying it's the owner's wife.
Yeah, she has some. Yeah, so
Yeah.
That's
it's
what they say.
The
even
owner?
Allegedly.
allegedly.
Heard
Let's
it.
do that.
Yeah,
Let's
yeah,
put
yeah.
allegedly. out
Allegedly.
So
there.
they keeping a lot of stuff under wraps, which is pointing to that.
Right.
So let's just put her. She's important.
Right.
Right.
All right.
She's an important staff
a
member.
black man. I hate to go there, but a black man in Boston,
Yeah.
right? Boston was caught doing something with a Caucasian, allegedly,
Yeah.
woman, and was suspended for a whole year, right? So what is your take on that?
I don't know.
She might
You
get.
talking about this Nia Long husband? He out here wilding out?
Nia Long, yeah, they've been together for a while.
God. Okay, well, she ain't really doing movies no more.
Oh, okay.
So maybe, I don't know. I don't feel like it's right.
You got to
but-
put it in. It's not Nia.
No, you said it right.
No,
That's
it's
right.
not Nia Long's husband because Nia Long said she did not want to be married because she's
Okay.
seen a bunch of marriages fail.
Okay.
So they were just in a relationship.
But they do have kids together, right?
I believe so.
Yeah.
So
Okay, so technically, so he's not with her.
he's not with her. They're in a relationship, but they're not married.
No, they're together.
They're together,
but they're not married.
They're not married.
They're like in a relationship.
In a relationship, right?
Okay, so I'm confused. What's the problem? Because if he's not married, I thought the only problem was for you to be married in this industry.
That's grind right there.
I
That's
thought
grind.
you had to be married to get in trouble.
Well, you know me. That's how I feel
That's
about
grind.
it.
Take
That's-
right there.
that's what-
But I still don't think he should have laid down with her. I just say you
got
supposed to be
bread.
able to court.
Oh, I'm sorry.
You supposed to be able to court. But see, you got to think that I think he's soft.
Okay.
I think he's soft because you got to be strong enough to understand, man. Look at what you jeopardizing. Like, why you got to give in to her? You know what I'm saying? What we carry is just as important as what the woman got, if not more, because we carry life. You know what
But
I'm
you
saying?
never
We
know
give
what
life.
Nia Long at home saying to this man. I ain't gonna lie, we women are provokeful.
Wait.
There's
Ooh.
nothing that you don't know, because I've heard, and I don't know, but I read a lot, and I'm nosy, and I love the media. So I have heard that she has diva syndrome. She's very disrespectful on set. A lot of people that actually hired her has had problems with her. And her attitude and the way she treats people.
Okay.
It's not that she's not gonna show up for the job. She's immaculate at that. It's the way she treats other people. I've been hearing this for a long time, since Friday.
So I'm not putting her on the stand or him on the stand as far as him choosing to be with somebody else, but it's who he chose.
So it's
to
not
be
what
with.
he did, is who he did it with.
First of all, I don't think he should have did
Oh,
what he
okay.
did.
I was making
You
sure.
know,
I
y'all
was
know
making
that.
sure. I make sure I
Me,
heard that
I'm
right.
telling you, I don't think
all
he
right.
should have did what he did, period.
All right.
You know, I believe, you know what I'm saying, he should have married Nia Long if he would have. You know what I'm saying? But
No,
outside
but
of that,
she's against it.
Right,
not
but
him.
what I'm saying is he shouldn't have messed with, if he was going to leave her and mess with somebody else, why choose this individual
Okay.
and not only put yourself at risk of losing a job, you just took this team as a rookie coach to the NBA
Man,
Finals.
big time.
You know what I'm saying? Now you're set down for a year. Did you think about your
Well,
players?
let-
The effect that it will have on them, the effect that it will have on their life. You
Well,
know
let's-
what I'm saying?
let's think of-
That's what I'm
Okay.
saying.
Let's
You're
just-
not thinking team, it's all about you.
Let's-
Even how
And
much
that's what
money-
some
But let's
people
just
do.
put things in perspective. Most relationships start with coworkers because they spend a lot of time
That's
with
a
each
good
other.
point.
Yeah.
I'm not defending. I'm just saying realistically. The moral of the story: stop sleeping with the white women that you work with.
Man, real talk. Real talk. Like I said, he shouldn't have went that route.
You know that's more of the story.
He shouldn't have went that route, man. He shouldn't have did that.
So you think he should have slept with the black manager lady?
Listen,
He should have. He could have went with
This is-
anybody
this-
outside the organization or
Okay.
anything.
Okay.
He could have
but
been
because
tryna-
I'm pretty sure, like what
bench
you were
off to
describing,
relationship.
Nia, and if he was at work all the time, and this,
Yeah, like they probably have
yeah,
major disconnect
I'm not defending them, but I know he fell into it.
Yeah. It's,
You know what I mean?
it's traps
Hey,
everywhere.
Yeah.
black men, we love Nia Long.
Yeah.
Right.
Like, I don't know,
I don't care what she
we
do.
love Nia Long. Like,
Right.
I look at it like, Joe, you know, he gonna be all right. Like, we never supposed to feel sorry for rich people.
Right.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? We don't supposed to. You know what I'm saying? They got to take their bumps and bruises like we do, right?
Yeah.
So I look at it like he messed up the dollar.
Yeah.
He could have, by him making it to the finals, he could have been guaranteed triple what he just made that first year. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He's getting $3 million. He could have been getting $10 million. You know what I'm saying? After what he did.
Well,
I ain't gonna lie.
that's
He
what
could've
got
been
him
nice
there.
I'm like,
So-
3 million?
So when I see a nigga burn the money up, like blow the bag, I
But
be
that's
Soft.
when the temptation.
Soft,
If he
man.
was a nobody and he started
Soft.
getting this position, he started feeling that energy. I could do what I want to do.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? That's what led him down.
And then what I'll tell y'all a couple of podcasts for what them white women do.
You gotta stay away from that swine.
Man, I ain't
Joe,
going.
they break up homes.
Oh man.
They break up homes, boy. I'm telling you.
But we on this plight of South Society though. We got a guy. I think we should address this. He said, "What about Charleston White and T.I. and Boosie?" So
Oh man.
Yeah, we was talking about
first
that.
of all, shout out to Charleston White.
Charleston White, a fellow
Boy,
podcast.
that dude, that boy.
I like
Listen,
Charleston
I like
White.
him,
I
man.
like him, though. I
man.
like Charleston
He
White.
say a lot of things that people don't want to hear.
But I like him though.
He said a lot of things people don't want to hear, but I'm tired of people that want to, defend people that just want to bring turmoil and death and drugs to our communities and act like it's okay and it's cool, and then you get somebody that's on your level. See, they ain't gonna talk to you. He ain't talk to you like I'm gonna talk to you. He gonna disrespect you the way you like to disrespect people. And he wrong. He shouldn't be talking. Man, you talk about killing people kids, killing people mamas, sleeping with people wives, all this type of stuff. You know what I'm saying? Calling women hoes and bees and all that. Like, y'all go crazy. But then you get somebody like Charleston White that'll come along and address you the same way.
Meet you in the mud.
Right, meet you right in the mud. But he talking about uplifting his people. He only against people that's against his people. And we so soft as a society that we hate him to embrace those that want to kill us.
Yeah.
To embrace those that'll kill your brother, shoot your mama. We shoot mamas and everything. That'll air your house out. Everybody want to support that. They get them millions for talking about, shooting your house up. They hear this man talking about sending them to jail. Until it hit your doorstep, you don't like them.
Yeah.
And we the society has just been so brainwashed, man, into being soft. And to do what this government has fed to us, because they the ones that allow this type of stuff over the airways, because he basically done waged a war against rappers.
And the gang.
And the gangs. You right, and gangs. You know what I'm saying? A verbal war against them. And we act like he the enemy.
He called T.I. son a freak.
he went that boy.
Oh my God.
But they attacked him first though.
Yeah.
They attacked him first though.
Yeah, so that's like I said, all this stuff is, once again, man, welcome back to TOTB, Thinking Outside the Box podcast. Is back in full effect. So much to talk about, man. We talking about the plight of a soft society. We got Foxii Baby Doll in the building, man. We live, man, here at the NDTV Network Studios, man. So what we're going to do now is we're going to take a bit of a turn because, Grind, it is about that time.
Man, it's about that time, man. Shout out to the plug.
Shout out to the plug.
Listen, man, I want y'all to get in tune with Foxy's Vicious Jerk Sauce, as well as Foxy's Kicking It Season. Now listen, seasoning. Now listen, man. It's from what we've been sitting here discussing.
Food.
This young lady done just dropped something on us on how long she been working on this and how long she been doing this, and I'm interested.
I'm interested.
So we gonna pub it. We want y'all to go check it out. Y'all can find her y'all can find out where to get this jerk sauce or this seasoning from. Follow at Foxii Baby Doll, and that's FOXIIBABIIDOLL. Foxii Baby Doll, and y'all go check it out. See where y'all can get the jerk sauce or the season. I know I'm a fan of jerk chicken.
Yeah.
Me too.
You know, so most jerk everything.
Jerk everything.
Everything.
Corn, jerk potatoes, jerk it all.
Everything. Also, man, I want y'all to check out our podcast. She got a podcast. We thank you for blessing us with your presence. Deep in the Forest with Foxii podcast. You can find on Anchor or on Spotify. Y'all make sure y'all go check out. All right. So what's the topics? What you talk about on that most of the time?
Honestly, I kind of do what y'all do. I just kind of say how I feel. I haven't had any guests yet, so if anybody's interested, let me know.
Y'all heard her, right? She said that.
TOTB next on her pod.
I just speak about different things. I just give my perspective on a lot of different things. I try to keep things fun and happy and light because we are in a dark world and everything is meant to stress us out, make us overwhelmed. So I feel like talking to me or me talking to y'all or y'all talking to anybody, it should feel good. You should feel relieved. You should feel light. So my podcast is all about taking something that's very serious and dark, discussing it, going really deep with it, and also bringing joy and turning that conversation into a positive is what I'm here for.
A little bit of therapy. A little bit of therapy season.
A little bit of therapy season. You know I gotta have a season.
You gotta have a
with the
season.
season. She good with the
Just
season.
slide through there.
Then also we gonna make sure y'all go check out TOTB_show. TOTB show, man, on YouTube,
Yes,
man.
sir.
And of course, we got to shout out Indie TV, man,
Yes,
for
yes,
blessing us
indeed.
with this opportunity, man. Y'all make sure y'all stay in tune, man. Shout out to the
Plug.
plug.
Shout out to the plug.
Yes.
So, we back. Y'all know what it is. Thinking Outside the Box podcast is here live in full effect at the Indie Network studio. And of course, to first-time viewers, the first time checking out the show, or to our Foxy baby dog guests, this segment is called What's in That Bag? What we do here and What's in That Bag, we talk about whatever you guys, wherever you listen to, wherever you at, you listen to your letters. So what you do is you send us a letter about whatever you got going on in life that you want some advice about, and we take our time to give the best advice possible. Now, you guys, I want to say this, you guys have been sending a lot of letters, and we going through them. We you know what I'm saying? I guarantee your letters gonna get read on the show. All right, y'all going through a lot, and of course, I feel like this is a great panel to talk about a lot of stuff. So, with that being said, I'm gonna read the letter. You guys can take your turns to speak on it. If ain't nothing in that bag, you ain't got nothing to say about it. But if it's something in that bag, you got to give your best advice.
Right.
All right, you ready?
All right.
All right, I hope y'all ready too. All right, let's get it. All right. Hey guys, only caught a few of the clips of the show on Facebook, and of course, I don't want my name mentioned. Thanks for respecting that. But I have a bit of an issue that I like a male's point of view. I've been dealing with / dating a guy for I'd say about 5 months, and I like him. We both agreed to take it slow and just enjoy each other, and that's been cool too. But a couple weeks ago, I had a weak moment and I slept with my kid's father. Now me and my guy never had a discussion about is it okay to be active with other people, but it's been kind of implied because we only intimate with each other, and over the last 5 months, we spend time with each other like we together. Anyway, last week was my birthday. My kid's father came over to pick up our kids because me and my guy was going out to dinner. When my guy saw my kid's father, he randomly asked, do I still mess with him? I felt attacked, and I didn't answer the question, which started a huge argument, and he left. I truly just had a weak moment and slept with my kid's father that time. Nothing more, nothing less. But my question is, should I have just told my guy when he asked me? And do men truly want the answer to questions that they really don't want the answer to? I really like him, but I'm kind of at a crossroads. What should I do? All right, so young lady, definitely not gonna read your name out of respect, but fellas, young lady, we got to give her some help. All right, she's at a crossroads about what she should do. Been dating this guy for a while. Been with him for a while. She's only intimate with him. Well, been intimate with him. She had a weak moment a couple weeks ago. Slept with her kid's father. Now, the situation at hand, the guy she's dealing with is saying, hey, what's going on with y'all? Have you slept with him? Took her by surprise. She didn't answer it. Started a big argument. Should she had just told him the truth then? And like the question she asked, can men really take the answers that they want the questions to? We definitely got to go with the lady first.
What?
Definitely got to go with the lady first. What do you think she
ain't
should?
even right.
What do you think she should have did?
I'd
in this
rather hear what he
situation?
got to say.
And you probably want him to follow you.
Yeah, definitely, definitely.
Okay, so because I am openly bisexual, I feel like every man
Amen.
and woman should be equally treated. If you're gonna tell your homegirls that you smashed your baby daddy, why wouldn't you tell this person who you want to like you, love you, or take you seriously? The only reason why you wouldn't tell him is because you're afraid of his reaction and him actually leaving you, but he already did that when you didn't tell him.
Okay.
So you could have just avoided all of that by just telling the truth. And if you told him the truth and that's not something that he was interested in or open to, then now you know your boundaries. Now you guys know that this is more than just y'all cool, y'all like each other, because you are setting boundaries. If he doesn't want you sleeping with someone, then that means he want to be your man. So You know what I mean? You guys have to really discuss that as adults because that's a dangerous game. But I don't think men want the answer to those questions.
You don't think we want the answer?
No. You guys can sit there and ask 17 million times. It does not mean you want to hear the answer because then it makes you automatically look at us differently. No matter what you say, you're going to either have trust issues, you're going to feel like you can't depend on her to be alone and vulnerable with her baby daddy by themselves. Like, you're going to be paranoid. It's going to be a lot. Yeah.
I have a lot to say about that, but
That's it, what you gotta
that's
say.
a great take, and that's why I'm glad we went with you first. Moolah, come on, man. Come on.
You know what I hate? Let me tell you what I hate. But you know what I hate.
You know what you hate?
No, I hate when women act smart and then act dumb.
Here we go.
In the same sentence. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Like,
am I cricket letter?
like, you know, yeah, that whole sentence, she showed accountability. She showed how she was weak. Right. She showed that she maybe is a lovable person. Maybe, right? So, listen, we're not finna go like this no more.
Oh man.
No, we can't go like this no more. Either you're gonna ride with us till the wheels fall off, or you're not gonna ride with us. We don't need no unstable creature around.
Oh.
To me, a female who weak for her baby daddy is unstable.
Oh, there we go.
For real, your
Bring it on in.
ex-husband,
Your baby daddy,
your baby daddy,
your co-worker.
your
Unstable.
whoever. That means I don't want no unstable creature. I don't want that. You know what I'm saying?
All right.
I want to be around. Like, if your baby daddy come across me, I won't just feel like I'm secure.
Respect, right?
You know what I'm
get
saying?
that,
I want you to make that happen.
But I believe it wasn't happening.
Well, that was his first time seeing
No,
her.
what I'm saying is like, you said they was together for a while. So he been around. You seen this guy before. They've been together
Yeah,
for a
She
while.
made sure she
That's
put
a
him in the
good
closet.
point.
You know what I'm saying? But I think
I think that was what it was.
you know, I think I don't hold no blame to it because, you know, at some point, a man should know how to secure his situation to the point where his girl, his woman, don't fall into a trap. He should understand. He should know. He should feel confident enough that he got the situation under control. What I think for what we do is we be in these little relationships and we start taking that stuff for granted. You know, we keep thinking, okay, we in this relationship, I got this under the bag, but she's still needing to be fulfilled, not just sexually. She still needs some type of insurance.
Okay.
And then when you got a baby daddy around, he always gonna be shooting his shot. But
yeah.
you know, and so you're lacking, and he working. You comfortable, and he working. Cause see, the baby daddy don't want her. He just want to know that he can still get access to her.
Oh, that's happening.
But since you didn't, you know, and grind to take it from here, you didn't marry her, you didn't cuff her, you didn't give her nothing that she could trust and believe in. You allow her to be.
He was supposed to do that.
He was
Yes.
supposed to do that. He was supposed to.
Interesting.
He was supposed to cuff her and take away
Interesting.
any. He was supposed to take away her reasons for getting distracted by putting things in place to
He
keep
was
her.
supposed to do
He
that.
was supposed to do that.
Okay.
The boyfriend was supposed to do
Yeah.
that.
All right.
Because the baby daddy did what he was supposed to do. Let me be a baby. I'm gonna keep. Oh, you got a new boyfriend? And keep trying to shoot my shot. Because that's what I do.
So before we go to grind,
I'm done.
So before
No,
we,
what I'm
oh,
saying-
no,
no,
before we
so-
go to grind, you're saying that
I'm done.
it was him that should have secured her from doing what she did.
The man.
Her mistake,
No, listen.
blame it on him.
Listen. It's listen. Of course, it's her mistake. If we looked at it mathematically, she cheated. But I'm saying she wouldn't have been put in that position if you would have set the situation up. See,
That is
people.
thinking outside the box
Here's
right
the
there.
thing. Here's the thing. What is regret or doubt or remorse? We're regretting something that we wish we would have, should have did, right? So, what does he have to regret? He just dating her. What does she have to contemplate? He just boyfriend and girlfriend with her. She has nothing to debate, like, will I lose this? It's just a sacrifice. You just said it about the coach. You said the coach sacrificed the bag. So he should have thought about the bag before he thought about the sex, right? So in this sense, she don't have nothing to regret. She ain't gonna be homeless. She ain't gonna be without no car. She just gonna be in a situation where he just feel uncomfortable.
Well, she
Right.
must regret it. She
don't regret it. She's saying it because the situation's uncomfortable and she's tired of him talking about that shit.
Grind.
Yeah.
Man, I mean, he right about that. First of all, dude should have said, if she yours, set claim to her.
Claim it.
Ain't no foul on the play. Listen, only foul on the play is that she did what she did. She
That's
should have
it.
sex, period. Y'all know what I'm saying.
But don't hate the game.
As far
I
as
was gonna
that,
say, if you didn't want her doing
right,
it,
but if he wanted her and didn't want her messing with nobody, then man, set claim to her. You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying? Marry that woman. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? And let her know that you mines. You know,
After
now-
5 months.
I was
Hold on,
gonna
no,
say, I mean,
I'm
that's
just
kinda
saying.
fast, but-
I'm not saying I ain't gonna put no time. I don't know how long they've been knowing each other, but I ain't putting no time limit on the period. I'm just saying ain't no foul on the play because they not married. So by them not being married, her foul is just the fact that she did what she did with
While
him.
she was with
but
him.
it ain't that she did nothing
She
against the
didn't do nothing.
boyfriend.
No.
Because we ain't married.
Because
So-
a woman will put a claim on a man that she interested in.
Man,
she gonna
she
make
gonna
every
put-
effort
yeah.
to say, hey, that's my man. Hey, this is so. Hey, we together. She gonna constantly put out there
And
that
the-
this is something that she wants to keep.
and then
we get comfortable thinking because we live with her.
Then we obligated
that we obligate all that
to have them benefits.
No,
when
no.
she the one that's telling us marry me, she won't want to get married, but now it's too soon. Okay, well don't get married to somebody else. I'm with
Because
somebody
why
else.
the baby daddy
But-
even coming by your crib anyway?
But let me say this too. I'm not just basing off of that. Now on her mistake, you know what I'm saying? Her excuse as far as doing it, if it's because he didn't marry me, ain't saying claim to me, that's something totally different. But to say because I'm weak,
I was gonna say
hold
that
on.
sounds like an excuse.
Now hold
I'm
on.
sorry.
It is an
ladies.
I
excuse
was
because
It's
waiting
a
for
very
that.
much so excuse because if you literally ain't no you weak, you just wanted to do what you wanted to do in that moment. You wanted to feel good. You wanted
Yeah.
him to feel good.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Whatever it was, you didn't want to jeopardize that relationship. You got you a new man. Here's the thing. Women don't like to admit like, hey, I just want to live my life a little bit.
Right.
I want to swerve with him, but baby daddy still make me feel happy in some ways. He
Right.
can't probably do everything I need him to do, but he check a few boxes. So I'm cool over here and I'm cool over there and I'm cool with taking it one step at a time.
But you only think that way because you ain't got nothing to compare it to. You want to be free because you are free.
You are free.
You
That's
free.
what she free.
But if you had something else that when you want to, you be like, hey, I'm going to risk this. I'm going to risk that. Now you have something to think about. But he didn't
He
give
ain't
you
got
nothing
nothing
to
to
debate.
risk. And so now she come up with this excuse that I'm weak. But guess what? During a relationship, you're gonna be weak many times.
Yeah.
So every time you weak, is you gonna go sleep with somebody?
But
else?
here's the
That's
thing.
That's
why-
the problem. And then
You-
so that's why
You
so
are
that's why I say I'm
gonna
addressing-
go sleep with somebody until you have something else that you're gonna base it against to where you have to make a decision.
So what I'm saying saying is I see both perspectives as far as it's accountability on both ends. She can't use on weak as an excuse. She can't use on weekend as an excuse, and he should, if he wanted, man, marry the woman. Set claim to your prize. That's how I feel about it. And as far as that, now let me say this. You said, and she said it, men really don't want to know the answer. That's a lie. A man can't handle it. A man can handle it. That's why he want to know. Now, a boy may not be able to handle it.
I might be young
A
around
punk
here.
may not be able to handle it. You know what I'm saying? A
No, I
punk
can
may
handle
not
it.
be able to
I
handle
can handle it
it.
right
A
now.
man can handle
I
it.
might be young around here. Listen.
I'm a man.
I'm gonna keep asking it. I'm gonna keep asking it, but I really don't want to deal with that truth. Me,
Yeah.
I do, cause I don't want, cause that's how you get stuff brought home to you. You know what I'm saying? That's how you end up wasting more time.
Right.
You know what I'm
He
saying?
blowing my back out.
Exactly, man. I don't care about none of that. Listen. See, that stuff that hurt insecure people. That's stuff
But let me
that
tell you
hurt
this.
insecure
Listen,
people.
when you
Okay.
tell
know
when you
what
tell
I'm
the
saying?
female the
That
truth,
stuff that hurt
I'm listening.
insecure
No,
people.
because they
Hey,
work, they work
exactly.
off
Exactly.
emotions.
That's just like me
Hey, listen, hold on,
saying she
listen.
wetter than you.
Listen,
You know what I'm saying? Then
men,
what?
men
You know what I'm
ain't
saying?
a
It
man
don't
ain't finna tell the female the truth.
All
Okay.
I'm saying is
So
you
we,
want to know the
so
truth,
the
man.
same thing we ain't gonna say is the same thing we don't want to hear.
I don't care about hearing the truth. Telling me the truth so we can stop wasting time.
I get that.
Tell me the truth so I can move
Well,
on.
you know why he
let
said
me
that?
let me make
Because
the
in his
decision.
mind, he already
let
told
me
himself he
make
does.
the decision.
He just wants you to
But
go on and sign that paper.
so and don't play. So if he asking, be accountable. You know they got this woman king, right? Where they want a woman to be a man now. You know what I'm saying? So if you you know what I'm saying, you want to be strong, go ahead and
I'm gonna
show me
say
how
the
strong
last
you are. Let
thing,
me
Red.
finish.
Yeah.
Go ahead and be strong and tell me that you're wrong.
Right.
And tell me what you did so that I can make the decision if I want to stay or let you go.
What if I want to make my own decision? See, here's the thing. She never not once asked him like, oh, is you still sleeping around? Because I guarantee you she don't care.
No.
She wanted to still feel comfortable with doing whatever it was that she wants
Exactly.
to do. The problem came in when he addressed her about it. that's when guilt set in. That's when regret set in.
There it is.
That's when all those feelings set in. When she was like, "Oh wait, he cared enough to ask me this."
Right.
Then it changed her perspective.
I'm
'cause
glad
at
with-
first
listen,
she was
And
on-
since he asked, he ain't done.
But I like
he
it
just wanted
when.
to know what was up.
But
He
ain't
just
it-
wanna know
Ain't
what-
this better for him when, like when you early in the flick with a female you dating, and she do something off the wall, he do something off the wall, and you know, like that's a no in your book. Like
Yeah, bring it out there. Exactly.
I'd rather now to know about it than go on with you.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
I'm glad. Like he should be glad that she was weak.
A man would be glad.
feel
A
me?
man would. Let me know now.
Yeah.
Let me know now so I ain't
Yeah.
got to waste no time. Especially if
Yeah.
it's only 5 months. I ain't got to keep wasting my time with this because
Where's
I
all this
see
pressure
he
in?
still
It's
got
only 5
ties
months.
to you.
This
This
is
man
what?
still has ties to you that you couldn't, in fact, in this little time, you couldn't withstand that 1 week moment.
Right.
So he still have something over you, and it's okay. I'm not mad at
And he
you.
don't want to marry you.
But see, a
That's
little
why-
boy,
that's why they
a little
backwards.
boy will get upset. A little boy will get mad. Insecure man to get mad. I don't care what he did because if you don't like it, I know somebody else who will.
But Grant,
So,
I'll agree with you. Most men do want to know the truth. A man.
A man.
I'm talking about.
But there ain't a lot of real men.
But I'm talking about those are men who already know what they want. But in this case, when dude dealing with a baby dad and he ain't make a decision, he gonna always run up against these circumstances.
Well, watch this. George said, if you got to ask, that's your answer.
Period.
If you got to ask.
Yeah, he
and
already
that,
knew.
and that wasn't nothing but that young man discernment. That was his discernment for him to ask that question when he saw the baby
I was
dad.
gonna say he probably felt the vibe in
felt-
the
Yeah, he
room.
felt
like,
discernment.
yeah,
Yeah,
he probably
yeah.
felt
That was
it
his
like,
discernment.
oh, something ain't right here.
Yeah, he knew.
So I'm going to give my take on this. And I just want to read one part of the letter that stuck out to me. All right. She say, dating for 5 months and I like him. We both agreed to take it slow and just enjoy each other, and that's been cool. Then she also goes on to say,
It's the slow shit.
right.
Oh.
She says, me and my guy never had a discussion about if it's okay to be active with other people, but it's been kind of implied because we only sleep with each other. We only spend time with each other. So, with that being said, if I'm only kicking it with you, we only kicking it with each other, we only sleeping with each other for 5 months, right? Then I get a vibe there's something going on, and I ask you and you stutter, I don't think it's my fault for not cuffing you on. You already said we agreed to take it slow. So I'm just asking you, yo, what's up with this? And if you stuttering and you get mad at me, that's making you feel like, oh, well, you made it seem like it was implied that we only messing around. So I'm asking you right now, what's going on? So if you come at me and say, well, I was weak. Okay, well, look, if we not together, we just taking it slow. Tell me you was weak and I can move from there.
Exactly.
But don't make it seem like, oh, I can't handle the truth or I can't handle the answer.
Yep.
No, that's not what we're doing. I asked you a question because I want to know. You stuttered and you backpedaled out of it. Now I'm having doubts because, oh, well, I'm thinking I'm only smashing you for 5 months. So if you smash somebody else, let me know. I did a show called The Temperature Check a little while ago. If you don't communicate with the person that you're sexually active with about what they're doing and you know it's constant, 1 time is cool, 2 times, but 5 months constantly, you need to see, okay, well, what's going on? What you on? Because for my safety and yours, health-wise, everything, I need to know what's up. And if you is doing you're doing you. But don't, come on, man. You see what I'm saying?
So basically, right, and that's the biggest flaw is the fact that she did not tell him.
Yeah.
Because if we taking this slow, then just tell me. Who was to say he might be like, okay, well it's cool,
I had got my swerve on last
Exactly.
week.
He
Like,
might
you
say that,
never
or well, you
know.
never know. But you gotta open up and tell him the truth.
A person who always cheat or do something, you know what I'm saying, off the wall, they always put the relationship or we was on a break or we wasn't as cool.
wasn't-
It's
we just
always,
chilling.
you know what I'm saying? That's the thing about it.
It wasn't
always-
that serious.
Right. It wasn't that,
It's
I didn't
like-
know that he liked me like that.
It's a
Like,
meaningless encounter. That's the word.
It's the slow shit.
So basically, I'm just like your baby daddy then. Basically, is what you.
Basically,
what
that's
you
what I'm
saying.
saying. Yeah.
And that's why I go back to, hey, don't expect to be exclusive with no woman until you decide to marry her. Just know that the odds is always there. Now, once I claim you, then I ain't expecting you to be doing nothing else. Until then, as a man, you got to be okay with the fact that she may be with him, her, whatever, until you decide to say claim your prize.
I like it.
She open.
I like it.
You guys came into to the table being open with each other, so
that's what it sounded like to me. They came in like that.
And now he just want to know what's up. And
Now he just want to know what's up, exactly.
Yeah. So I feel like, young lady, that there's a lot that we dissect. I hope you took something from what we said and you kind of let it apply to your situation, because I feel like the way you start is how you finish.
Yeah, she might have lost a good one.
We never know.
It sounds
You see what
like
I'm saying?
if she writing a letter.
And somebody made a good point. Somebody made a good point and said, if you weak with him when we not together,
Oh, it's curtains.
how do I know you ain't gonna be weak when we deep in it? It's gonna hurt worse.
No,
when we
the waiter.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? We out of town. You know what I'm saying?
he might be the waiter.
he was the dishwasher.
The baby daddy
He was
dishwasher.
dishwashing. That's what happened.
That soft stuff on
that's that. Yeah. We're right back to
No,
that.
you want a strong black woman on your side.
Right.
You don't even want to hear a woman say,
Weak.
I was weak.
No,
Like, we don't even
you can just
work
literally
off
be
that.
accountable for your
That's
decisions.
victim,
Look, I
you
wanted
know?
to do this.
Yeah.
This was something in that moment that I
Right.
wanted to do. Is there anything you might want to do? Let's have this discussion. Let's bring this to the table, because we might both just feel like we want to do stuff. If not, then at least you know, like, hey, you ain't doing that no more. So you got one time and it's over now.
Right.
I think we should just be upfront and honest about what our intentions are. You know, if it's this, it's that. But, you know, clearly he felt the vibe and he wanted to address it because, you know, maybe he was feeling a certain way and she just got caught in the moment and didn't want to explain it. You know, like I said, my advice is to talk to the man. If he's not gone, he probably gone already. He probably ain't trying to come back. But if he's still hanging around, he's trying to talk.
That's why the
talk
baby
to
daddy
him,
gone.
You know,
He know how she was. She a little loose.
The baby daddy was
Don't
him.
beat her too bad. We don't know.
Just tell the next time, just tell the truth.
That's all.
And
Up
just
front.
Don't be afraid to get hit or something.
Yeah, we not
You never
exclusive.
know.
And the answer
Yeah.
to your question is, man can definitely, he hit it right on the head. A man can definitely accept the
man.
truth. Definitely.
He needs
I
to
can
know.
definitely, I can respect and accept a woman that tells me the truth about what it is and everything up front. So that way I know how to move with you. You know what I'm saying? Just know what it is.
Is you stepping her back after she said?
He said the truth.
No, what I'm saying is, after she told you the truth, like, my baby daddy just be blowing my back out.
Well,
To each his own, man.
right. It was only one
Are
time.
you going to accept her back?
Of
and
course
you love
he
her?
is. It's only been 5 months.
Now you can't tell me your back getting
I
blown.
was
out.
just
Now,
saying,
that's different.
You just said a grown man
No,
can tell you
I-
the truth.
He said you can
I
take
can,
it.
I can respect that you came to me.
He don't have to accept her back to be able to take it.
Yeah, I can't. Right,
Because the
but
back get blown
I can
out.
take it in there. No, it's how you say it. You know what I'm saying?
I can't do that.
You telling me? Come on, man. Y'all tripping, man.
Okay, so you be cool if she just don't tell you about her back. She just told you
Don't
what
tell
she
me about
did.
the back.
Okay,
Just say
okay.
whatever,
Alright.
but don't go into
So,
detail.
Right, right.
The back is out or
Your
not?
back is out. Do a leg or something. Don't say no back.
We are, they crazy,
Y'all
y'all.
tripping.
We are getting ready to sign off, man. Once again, thank you. Like I said, we back, man. TOTB, the dopest. If you ain't following us already, you better go follow us on YouTube, man.
Follow us.
TOTB_show on YouTube. Subscribe, like, share, comment, all that good stuff. All the episodes, man. We are in season 4. We only getting stronger, man. Definitely shout out to NDTV Network, who've been rocking with us strong, man, for so long,
Yes,
man.
sir.
We have so much in store for you guys, man. Moolah, tell them where can they find you at, bro?
Moolah Monster Collections on Instagram. Check us out.
Scholar,
Black_IG. Subscribe, subscribe, subscribe.
you know it, grind.
And Holy Grind, IG, all across Facebook. Listen, every streaming platform, Holy Grind. Get the latest SRT. Stay in tune.
There it is. Foxy Baby Doll. Where can they find you?
Yeah, you can find me at Instagram at Foxii Baby Doll. You can find me on Facebook at DA Foxii Baby Doll.
There it is. Of course, I'm Reggie Moving Forward. You can find me at the NASSOCIETY or simply Reggie Moving Forward on Facebook. We will see y'all next episode, man. And once again, man, ladies, y'all be honest out there with these men, all right? You don't want them getting you no teddy bears and no shit like that, you know, and they feelings, and then you out here getting your back blown out. Okay?
That ain't cool.
Ain't cool at all.
It's very unfortunate.
We gonna see y'all. See y'all next episode. And with that, we are
Thinking outside the box.
See, things have come to head, time out for scare you, scare reroute today. And follow us down Courage Lane, they cages in, break down the gates. We want all the smoke, like we chiefin' on a pound a day, but not talking intoxicating rage, not intoxicating.
Camped out at home for COVID? Join us, Indie TV, where you will see the talk shows, movies, drama, action, and comedy. Be the first and see it first. Sign up now for free at Indie TV.